go here for the Gunnery record. Last time these two teams played, the Canadians got the best of the Toros, 5-4. That was the first game of the season for the Toros. Puck's in the corner there. Trying to set it man out of front. Holly goes for a quick shot, goes in behind the net. Capelli's back in behind the goal, gonna fire it around the boards. Broad's gonna cut it off. Trying to throw it out of front, but Murphy couldn't get the tip out in front. Capelli takes it away from him. Digging for it, Riesler pokes it up through center. Here come the Toros, Cameron Ryan, leading it over the blue line. Couldn't get around Curtis for a shot. They just dumped it in behind the net. Murphy fires it around the boards there for Holly. Chance to keep it in, and he does there for Parker Riesler. Opportunity here for Ronan Campbell, couldn't get the shot away. Kept in line by Maddox, his shot gets knocked down. Kingston with an opportunity to clear it out. Toros again, pick it off there at center, and now lead it into the zone, led by Ronan Campbell. Campbell trying to get around Hyde. Ready for that puck in the corner. Parker Riesler going for a shot. Kicked aside there by Ossinger into the corner. Toros getting their first look at Ossinger. They didn't face him in the tournament or in the first time these two teams played in the regular season. James Davidson leads it out, but gets poked off his stick by Holton. Toros pick it up. Knocked down by Kelsey right there at the penalty box area and fires it in behind the net. This is also the first time that Kingston seeing McComb in net for the Toros. Davidson trying to clear it out. Here comes Cole. Connor Cole with the lead pass for Jackman. Past him, and Kelsey poked it up through center for Holton. And Holton just dumps it in behind the net. Hawkins is trying to get to that loose puck. The battle for the loose puck, and the Toros come up with it, but Fata turns it over to Kelsey. He dumps it back into the zone. We've reached about 3 minutes left to go here in the first period. Still nothing between the Toros and Kingston. Shear with the draw, back to the line for Connor Shear. Connor Shear with a shot. Went off the skate there. Kale Howard goes in the corner. Howard digging for the puck. Gets it back to the line for Shear. Shear goes for another opportunity with a shot. Tipped out in front, just wide of the net. Ossinger didn't get a piece of that. Went fired wide of the goal. With a chance to clear it out. Burnett with a chance to clear it up through center. Up there for Fowler, who couldn't clear the blue line. Toros keep it in. Now they get it again. Lead pass up there from Hodgson. Turned over to the Toros again. Connor Shear was going to make a pay. Dumps it back into the Kingston zone. Dale Howard trying to take advantage of a defender who didn't have a stick for Kingston, but Kingston Canadians come up with it. Murphy poked off his stick. Couple whacked away at it, but Murphy's still standing trying to get to that loose puck. Toros pick it up. There's a shot from the line. Nowhere close to the net. It goes in behind the goal. Moves it up to the center. Kingston pick it up. That's Murphy. His pass almost picked off by John, and Fowler just backhands it into the Toro zone, but now they start it up. Dale Howard got around Murphy. The battle right there at the Toros bench for the loose puck, and now the whistle goes for a face-off. Face-off right near the Toros bench, gets won by Murphy. It's back in line for Doak. That pass went by him, but he regrips and passes it up through center for Broad. Puck there in the Toros zone, trying to dig for it. Can't really see in the corners in these arenas, so I apologize for that as Cameron Ryan tries to get around Doak for an opportunity. His pass for Campbell missed him, but he's going to kept into the line. The stand shot there by Maddox, which could lead to a 2-on-1 opportunity. And that's Broad. He's trying to get around Capelli. Broad with a backhand stop there by McComb as he held the post. Broad's in there digging for the puck. He had Hyde sitting at the side of the net, but Hyde wound up going around the goal. Now the Toros pick it up. Parker Riesler, front center. Fires it in. Ossinger makes the save, and the Toros go off on a line change. Drops it back there for Curtis. Curtis with a lead pass up through center. James Davidson trying to take his time. Turns it over to Kelsey. His pass got almost knocked down there by Jackman for an opportunity. Rolled over the stick of Hawkins. Kept in line by Clark. His shot. Again, tipped by Hawkins wide of the net. Thomas Minko has control of the puck. Bounces off the boards. Kept in the line again by Kelsey. He held the line pretty good there and fires it in behind the goal. Hawkins trying to out-battle James Davidson in the corner for that loose puck. Goes back to the line for Clark, missed him, and Connor Cole starts it out. Couldn't do anything with the puck, he turns it back over to Kelsey in the Kingston zone. Back to the line for Davidson, his shot goes wide of the net. Getting kept in there by Jackson in the corner. Getting around Clark, trying to battle him off. Jackson came up with a big goal on Ajax in the losing effort on Tuesday night. Turned over to Holton. Holton up there for Hyde. Again, this is the one the Toros have to take advantage of. He's lit them up so far this year. Hyde going to the backhand. And it's stopped there by McCollum. A big left hand save there. Ferguson trying for the opportunity to get a shot, and that one gets blocked by Thomas Menko. Chris on the Toros starting up through center. Logan Jackson gets tripped up, but he still gets enough of the puck to fire it in behind the goal. Where Finn fires it in behind the goal. Net. Still stuck there in the Kingston zone. Goes in behind the goal for Cale Howard. 3:56 left to go here in a scoreless first period. Backhand up the center. Can't clear the line. Gage Ford goes for a shot. Tipped that in front. And it almost fooled Ossinger in the net. His own defenseman tipped that. And Ossinger came up with a big save to bail him out. Face off. In the offensive zone, won by Caleb Dunn. Gets it to Cale Howard with a shot. Fired it wide of the net. A big opportunity. The first one there for the Toros got fired wide by Cale Howard. It was a perfect setup. Owen Smith digging in the corner for the puck. Toros trying to keep the line. Gage Ford does just that. Caleb Dunn fires it down low. Howard's getting another opportunity. He passes it over this time and it just popped over the stick of Owen Smith. That was a perfect pass to the side of the net for Smith. He would have had a perfect tap in. And now it leads the other way for Murphy. He's got to get around Connor Steele. Nice play there by Steele. Connor Steele was able to get back and regroup to take that chance away from Murphy. Howard, who's been all over on this shift, reaches the blue line, but he turns it over right there at Kingston bench to Curtis. But Howard is still digging for the puck. Kingston come away with it. It's Hawley. Hawley reaches the blue line, couldn't get around the defenseman. Ronan Campbell leads it out for the Toros. Here comes Campbell. Turned over to Kelsey, who fires it in behind the net. It's going to be Holton who tries to clear it around the board. Toros keep it in. Cameron Ryan's shot gets knocked away. Capelli couldn't hold the line, which could lead to an opportunity for Hawkins, but Maddox was able to get enough of his stick on it to poke it away from him. Here come the Toros. Ronan Campbell couldn't get the shot away as he was getting held up by Hyde. Capelli for Campbell. His lead pass to Cameron Ryan, too far past him. He was only able to get the shaft of his stick on it. Holton for Ethan Maddox, who just jumps it lightly into the Kingston zone. Up there for Hawkins. Hawkins fires it in behind the net, where Maddox goes back to regroup. Ethan Maddox with a pass up there for center. Another pass. Fowler would have been offside if he collected that pass and reached the blue line. Toros from their own zone they start. We're almost reaching the last minute of play of the first period as that goes down the ice, and we get our first icing call of the day. 1:22 remains in the first period. Shot. Right pad saved there by McCollum as he kicks it aside. Chance to clear it out as Austin Fata, and he will chip it up through center ice. All the way down it goes. Finn's going back there to touch it, and it goes for an icing call. Cole to take the face off to the left of Owen McCollum. Won by Kingston as they try for one more opportunity. Burnett with a shot. Gets knocked down. Here's an opportunity. Trying to go to the backhand. It's Ferguson. He throws it at the net. Stopped there by McCollum. And it hopped over the stick of the Kingston defender in front of the net. That one's going to roll right in on net. No icing in the play. Burnett fires it around the board. Kingston started out as we're in the last minute of play. Under 45 seconds left. Led by Ferguson. Trying to start an end-to-end rush. Takes that Fowler out in front of the net, and the pass within his skate. He couldn't get his stick on it. James Davidson working in the corner. Here's a shot. Stopped there by McCollum as he took it in the Toro logo. Kingston still digging for the puck there at the side of the net. Another opportunity for it. He couldn't bang away at it. James Davidson takes his man out into the board. Everybody's fighting for that puck in the last dying seconds of the first period. Here comes Austin Fata, 10 seconds left. Pass for Jackman was broken up at center. With Hudson, he's going to ring it back in the Toro zone. That is going to do it for period number 1 here at the Garnet Field Recreation Complex. The Adam AA Toros are tied with Kingston, 0-0 after 1 period of play. As we start second period action, John wins the draw against Murphy, and the Toros collect it. Starting up through center. Kelsey's clearing attempt didn't make it by, so a second opportunity does. Cale Howard right under the tape of Broad as he leaves the zone for Kingston. Broad trying to get around. Gage Ford goes back to the line for Clark. Clark just fires it in behind the goal, and Gage Ford's going to retrieve it. Gage Ford going up the middle, and Clark tried for the one-timer there, and he couldn't get his stick on it. Broad fires it in behind the net. Gage Ford, opportunity, sees an opening and clears it up through center. Here come the Toros. Cale Howard couldn't get to the puck to lead to a breakout, and the kids go the other way. Murphy around corner steer. Murphy tries to the back pass for Hawkins, missed him. Toros trying to get it. That's Cale Howard who's trying to reach it before he reaches the icing line. Cale Howard with a shot into the glove of Ossinger. Some early Toros pressure, and Ossinger stopped everything that's come at him. And that last little flurry, the Toros had a couple whacks away at that loose puck in front of the net. Capelli has got to hustle because Fowler's trying to get to the puck, and Capelli, great defensive play to fire it around the board. Still stays in the Toro zone. Goes back to the line there for Finn. His shot to plus. Might be an opportunity. Went over the stick of Rizzler. He wasn't looking the right way to take that pass. And here comes Kingston right there from center. Just pass for Hodgson. Went off him, so Ferguson just chips it in himself. We still have a scoreless tie as we just started the second period. Nice knockdown pass by Parker Rizzler. Rizzler got Ryan go to the net. Instead he fired it. Coming right in the backhand. Goes off the side of the net. And again the Toros are knocking on the door. And again Ossinger shuts it. Connor Cole loses the draw. Kingston come up with it. Lead pass up through center for Broad. Broad couldn't get around Jackman as he was banging away at the puck. Turned over to Doak, who fires it into the Toro zone. Menko pass off the board. Here comes an opportunity for Curtis with a shot. A little too much weight on that one as he fired it wide of the net, kept in the line by Doak. Doak goes for a shot. Connor Cole knocked it down. Only place to go is off the board, and that's what he does is he fires it down the ice. Not enough for icing as Curtis finds it and moves it over for Holly. Holly's pass picked off there by Murphy. Setting it up in center is Murphy. Reaches the blue line with a shot. Blocked by Menko. Again throws it out of front of the net. That went through the crease. Toros are blocking a lot of shots in this game too. Not allowing a whole lot to get through to Owen McComb. Here comes Austin Fata. Around Curtis. All alone. Stopped there by Ossinger on a breakaway against Austin Fata. Here comes Gage Ford chipping it up in center for Curtis. Caleb Dunn overskated the puck, and now Murphy does what he can and dumps it down the ice as Kingston goes off on a line change. Bolton gets tipped up in behind the net. That goes out and down the ice. And no icing on the play. And Fata's trying to get to the loose puck. Austin Fata steals it in behind the goal, trying to outwork Hyde and look in front of the net. Comes around the other side for Gage Ford. He goes for a shot. Tipped wide by Kelsey. Kelsey, another opportunity to clear it out. Kept in by Ford. Rolled over his stick. Gage Ford couldn't hold the line as it bounced out. And now he retrieves it in his own zone and bounces it off the boards. Clark with a couple backs away at that puck. Toros were able to get away with not having too many men on the ice there on the line change as Holden fires it wide of the net. Caleb Dunn went off the left skate there of the defender Holton sitting out in front of the net. Toros started out. And there's a trip up. We're going to get our first penalty of the game, and the Toros are the one that are going to the power play. Face off from Caleb Judd, won by Murphy, and they fire it down the ice. That'll kill about a couple of seconds off the clock on this power play for the Toros. Capelli back to get it. Up there for Owen Smith. 25 seconds left to go on the power play. There's a turnover, short-handed chance, and it gets blocked there by the defenseman as it goes in behind the net. Lead pass up there for Caleb Judd. Couldn't do anything with the puck. Howard again, over his stick. Couple walks away at it from Cale Howard. Quentin Capelli reaches the line, and we go offside. Connor Cole to take the draw. Wins it again, Hodgson. But it's Kingston, the one that come up with the puck. Holly getting around Thomas Minko in the Toro zone. Back drop there for Hodgson. He tries for a shot and gets blocked. Holly, another opportunity. Couldn't get that one through past Thomas Minko as Minko works on Holly in the corner. Connor Cole is going to try and dig and help him out. Cole fired around the boards for Oscar Fatter, who tried to chip it by his man. The battle on the boards there. Kingston come up with it. Hodgson's shot. Had a major plays, and here come the Toros. Here comes Jackman. Almost the same way he scored in Ajax, but this time he couldn't make it around the defenseman for the opportunity. Connor Cole's digging for the puck though. The pass gets knocked down by Oscar Fata. And here comes Broad. Broad with a shot. Easy steer side save there by Owen McComb into the corner. Oscar Fata swiped at the puck, couldn't hold it. Nice soccer play there by Clark to kick it and keep it free. But here comes Jackman. Jackman along with Connor Cole. Puts the brakes on. Couldn't get the shot away from the face-off circle. This could lead to a breakout here for Hodgson. Going up there with Broad. Nice defensive play there by Gage Ford to break up that pass as it looked like he was trying to find Broad in the opening there for the scoring opportunity. Hyde poked away from him. Here comes Connor Cole. Connor Cole trying to get around Finn for an opportunity, and Finn poked it off his stick at the last second. Rolls him behind the net for Hyde. Hyde turns it over to Cale Howard with a man out in front of the net. Hopped over his stick. Still nothing with 5:36 left to go here in period number 2 at the Garnet Recreation Complex. Here comes Cale Howard. Drops it back to the line for Austin Fata, who fires it in behind the net. Howard takes Hyde down right there at the face-off circle. Thinks to find it. Trying for that lead pass up there. And Holton just chipped it in. It's a rolling puck into the Toro zone. Connor Shields going to try and settle it down and get it out of the zone. Back into the zone for Gage Ford. Starts from behind his own net. Ford with a lead pass for Cale Howard. Past him. Got to try and turn on the Jets, but Finn is the one that's going to be there first. So he just fires it around the boards. Out of danger territory for the Toros. Here comes Fowler. Fowler had a goal in the last game against the Toros for Kingston. Here comes Dunn with a beauty short-handed goal in Ajax last Tuesday night. Turned over to Murphy. Murphy fires it in behind the net. Looking for that puck in the corner with Owen Smith trying to put some pressure on the Kingston defender. They just sweep it all the way down the ice. It's not going to go for an icing call. McComb leaves it there for his defenseman. Torch trying to clear it. Kept in by Murphy. Murphy tries from the face-off circle. Blocker save there. And a rebound out of foot in the net, and they score! It was Ferguson who came in and put in the rebound as McComb couldn't handle the first shot. And we finally broken the 0-0 tie. Ferguson makes it 1-0 in favor of Kingston. Now the Pros have got to try and get that back. Here comes Cameron Ryan. Cameron Ryan couldn't get to the puck as Curtis held him off. Up through center ice, that's Broad. Broad from center, getting around James Davidson for an opportunity with a pass there for Hodgson. Right off his stick. He's trying to find it, and he tries for the Denny Sherrard spinorama, and he fired it wide of the net. And there's Owen McComb batting it behind the net. James Davidson, couple whacks away at the puck, trying to clear it out. Here's a pass out of front, and Hawley just tipped it off the side of the goal. Kingston putting pressure on, looking for that insurance goal, and it's Doak with a shot. Blocked there by Menko. Thomas Menko starts it out. The defenseman, but he's the one that's leading the rush. Thomas Menko. Couldn't do anything with the puck as he turned it over. Back the other way there, Thomas Hawley. 3 Toros all over Hawley, so he couldn't get the shot away. 2:47 left to go here in the second period of a 1-0 Kingston game. Hyde throws it at the net. Man sitting at the goal, at the side of the goal, but Hawley tried for the shot, and it hit the side of the net. Kingston putting more pressure on Hyde with the shot. Blocked. Here comes this opportunity. Cameron Ryan and Logan Jackman, and Cameron Ryan couldn't get around the defenseman. That would have been the perfect opportunity with 2 great goal scorers, Cameron Ryan and Logan Jackman. They just couldn't get that 2-on-1 underway. Hyde from center ice he goes. Drop pass. Fired in behind the net. Colton was right there, but that rebound eluded him. Colton with a backhand. Weak one, Toros got to get it out. And now they do. Logan Jackman for Austin Fata. Fata going up there with Connor Cole with a shot. Stopped there by Ossinger. Rebound for Jackman, he couldn't put it in. They're putting pressure all over Ossinger and everything. Again, Ossinger is not letting that puck reach behind him, and it's still 1-0. 1:45 left to go here in the second period. They're digging for the puck. Cale Howard. Toros putting pressure on, trying to tie this game before the end of the second, but Kingston are trying to have other ideas. Here comes Murphy along with Fowler. Fowler got tripped up and rolled in behind the net. Connor Sear trying to start something up through center. The pass missed Owen Smith and rolled into the zone. Burnett was trying to handle a bouncing puck in behind the net. Burnett still in the corner digging for it. But he's got Caleb Dunn, who is all over him as well, looking for the puck. Toros come up with it. As we've reached the last minute of play of the second period, here comes Fowler. Dropping it back there for Murphy. Toros are going to go get their first penalty of the game, and Kingston's going to get the opportunity to extend their lead with a power play. Toros have got to try and kill off a power play before the end of the second period, as Quentin Capelli took Hawley in behind the net. Hawley tries for a sending pass. All it found was the Toros. The Toros have got to kill off at least 30 more seconds here in the second period before getting scored on. Knocked down there by Cameron Ryan. Here comes the tip for Hawley. His shot hit the side of the net. Man sitting right in front of the net is Hudson. Couldn't get it away. Hawley with another shot. Blocked there by Owen McComb. Toros on their heels, trying to get it out. Kept in by Curtis. His shot went off the head there of Cameron Ryan and in behind the net. That may do it for the end of the second period. 3 seconds left. There goes period number 2. The Kingston Canadians broke the ice in the second period with the goal by Ferguson. So the Toros have got to come from behind. They're down 1-0 heading to the third. The Toros were able to escape the second period unharmed, but they still have 1 minute and 13 seconds left to kill on this power play for Kingston. As Houghton turns it over to Hyde and chipped up through center. There's Doak with the puck. Doak for Hawkins. Hawkins reaches the blue line. Capelli boxes him out and tries to drop pass for Hyde. Hyde down low for man as they dig for the corner. Dig in the corner. Doak is going to hold the line. Try for a shot. As a little squibber that gets blocked there by Ethan Maddox. Curtis is going to hold the line. Tipped it in front, and it didn't get tipped to the goal. Hawkins picked off there by Connor Cole. Maybe an opportunity. Going up there with Jackman short-handed. Cole to Jackman. 20 seconds left to go on the power play. Tipped it in front. They score! No goal on a high stick. The Toros get the bad break. It's a goal, a no goal on a high stick out in front of the net. The Toros just can't seem to catch a break. They get the no goal on a high stick. Jackman fires it in. Stopped there by Ossinger. The one time the Toros beat Ossinger and it doesn't get counted. There's a shot. Ossinger, instead of had that in his pads, instead just dropped it. Rebound. Try for a wraparound. Thomas Menko has it taken away by Ronan Campbell. Campbell digging for the puck. Ferguson digging for it as well. He comes up with the puck. Ferguson tripped up. Here comes Murphy for Fowler. Fowler. Got to get around James Davidson. Davidson takes Fowler right in the corner. Lead pass for Parker Rislett, broken up by Clark. Here comes Ronan Campbell. Trying to start 3-on-1. Campbell has the puck with a shot. Fired it wide of the net. That may lead to a breakout the other way. That's usually what happens, a shot that goes wide, and then it's a breakout the other way. Here comes Ronan Campbell again. Maybe this shot might hit the net. This time he just rolls it in on goal. Ossinger makes the easy save as he steers to the side. Campbell having a great shift right there, trying to start a little fire. So it's Parker Rislett right front for Cameron Ryan. His shot fired wide of the net. Toros. That no high stick goal kind of has left them with a spark. They're trying to get one that will actually count. Here's the pass knocked down by Cameron Ryan. Rod turns it over as Parker Rislett gets taken to the board. The pass up there for Hodgson. Hodgson fires it in behind the net. Thomas Menko trying to be the first one in. Hopped over the stick of Menko, but the Toros pick it up. Here comes Parker Rislett leading up through center with Cameron Ryan. Cameron Ryan gets around Finn. It's just Cameron Ryan and Ossinger. Cameron Ryan fired it wide of the net on that opportunity. Burnett fires it around the boards there for Broad. From his own zone. We've got 11 minutes left to go here in the third period of a 1-0 Kingston lead. Connor Sear from center ice he goes, tries for the backhand up through center ice. Missed pull, goes back into the zone for Owen Smith. As Owen Smith starts it out with a pass. In for the puck. Toros get it. Cale Howard going up there with Owen Smith. Howard couldn't take the puck. There's a pass for Smith. Broken up there nicely by Dote. And here comes Hyde. Not the one that Toros want to have the puck. Connor Sear is able to come back defensively and poke it off Hawkins. Connor Sear from Cale Howard. Howard takes his man down right in front of the net, right at the penalty box area. Here comes Hyde. Hyde with a shot, blocked there by Gage Ford. Ford an opportunity to clear it out. Hopped over the stick there of Cale Howard. And that went off the bench of the Toros, and we get the whistle. Face off to the left, one by Kingston. That pass went over the stick of Broad, picked off there by Cameron Ryan, but he couldn't do anything with the puck as it rolled off at the shaft of his stick. Here's Hawley. Leading it up to Broad, his pass gets picked off. Here come the Toros, Cameron Ryan for Parker Rislett. Toros trying to stay outside. Nice play there by Parker Rislett to hold the line. And Cameron Ryan is down right there at the blue line. Another draw to the right of McComb, gets won by Kingston, back in line for Kelsey. His shot nowhere near the net as it rolls in behind the goal. Connor Sear working in the corner, couldn't get away from his man. They're digging for the puck in the corner. Everybody has it. Austin Fatter lead pass for Jackman. Jackman trying to get around Kelsey. Kelsey was able to chip it up the line. The Toros kept it in. Austin Fatter puts it in a little bit deeper in behind the net, where Clark's going to find it. He's going to lead it out and bounce it off the board. Kept in by Gage Ford. His shot nowhere near the net as Connor Cole tried to tip it. Gage Ford's going to collect the puck right from center ice. We got 7 minutes left to go here in this game, and a 1-0 Kingston lead in behind the net for Kelsey. Kelsey's pass Knocked down by Ethan Maddox, goes for a shot. Tipped out of foot by Fata, it goes wide of the net. They're digging for the puck. Parker Rizzler with an opportunity, he fires it wide. Ethan Maddox keeps the line and fires it in behind the goal. Rizzler, nice play, fires it in behind the net for Campbell, but it missed him. Now tries for a lead pass for Broad. Broad's got to get around Gates Ford. Nice defensive play. Ford was not having any of that. He didn't fall for Broad's trick and held him at the line, but there's where the Toros come in offside. Campbell to take the draw, beats Hodgson, and now it goes into the zone, where Finn retrieves it for Kingston and bounces it off the boards. Too far for his man, Capelli. Quentin Capelli fires it in behind the net. It's Burnett's turn to find the puck in behind the net. Campbell loses it. Parker Rizzler's shot goes wide of the net. There's a big hit in behind the net there by Cale Howard, taking down Finn. Kept in line by Capelli. He goes for a shot. That went wide of the net. Toros have got to start hitting the goal now. Most of their shots are going wide of the net. Here comes Cale Howard trying to outbox Holly for the puck. Turned over there to Ethan Maddox. Maddox cut the line. It goes all the way down the ice. That's going to go for an icing call. Face up to the left. Owen Smith goes for a backhand. Knocked down there by Kingston. Fires it around the board. No man there, trying to cut the line. Over the stick there, Jackson trying to stay in at the line. Owen Smith missed him. Hawkins. Here comes Hyde. Hyde, nice defensive play there by Owen Smith to chip it off him. Doak is going to pick that off and throw it at the net. Stopped there by Home easily. Steered in behind the net. Up there for Jackman. Got to clear it out. Logan Jackman couldn't find the puck. Here comes an opportunity for Doak. Doak's pass was almost picked off, but here comes Hyde. Hyde with a shot. Stopped there by McComb as he kicks to the side. James Davidson working in the paint at the front. Robbed with a stick of Jackson, so Curtis tries for a shot. Stop there into the glove of Owen McComb. 4:29 remains in the game. It's 1-0 in favor of Kingston. Menko fires it around the board for Cale Howard. Got to clear that puck out, and he chips it up to center. Cale Howard loses it to Ferguson, who's got the only goal in the game in the second period, as Oscar Fata took Fowler right down there at the Flames logo. Here comes an opportunity for Ferguson looking for number 2, but that shot got blocked and rolled in behind the net. Cale Howard trying to do something with that puck and get it out of his zone. He's got Ferguson all over him, and Murphy as well. Goes it up there for Oscar Fata trying to clear that puck out of his zone. The battle in that corner that we can't really see in this arena. Here comes Connor Cole. 3:36 left to go. Menko, couple whacks away at the puck, trying to get it out. Stuff right there at the Toros bench. Now it gets let in for an opportunity for Murphy, who just fires it wide of the net. Toros trying to clear their zone here. Can't tie it up from their own zone. Here comes Oscar Fata. Try for a lead pass for Cale Howard, broken up there right at center by Broad. Connor Cole rolls it in. Clark, stand on it. Stage forward for James Davidson. Davidson couldn't do anything with the puck. Again, it's in his feet, and he turns it over to Gage Ford. Tried to spring Cale Howard, didn't work. He rolls in behind the net. Almost over the stick there of Burnett. Campbell in the corner digging for it. Burnett, nice play to put the brakes on and then turn around and go to his backhand to clear it out, which could lead to an opportunity. But he got stuck right there at center by Gage Ford. There's Burnett again. This one he just fires in behind the net as they go off on a line change. 2:10 left to go. Connor Sear Around the boards for Jackman. Logan Jackman trying to clear that pocket. And Ronan Campbell takes his man into the boards. And Campbell is going to serve 2 minutes for that. That may do it for whatever chances the Toros have got, as Campbell's going to serve 2 minutes for that check. The referees have got to look back to when Cameron Ryan was laying down on the ice and there was no penalty on that call. Here comes the chaser up for center. Again, it's just officiating that's gone against the Toros. They had that goal that tied it up that got called back. There was no penalty on the play to Cameron Ryan, and it's just gone bad again for the officiating. And the Toros, it seems like they got to face two people every time they play the game. Here comes the chance up through center, and it goes past Curtis all the way down the ice. Dope. Over there for Hawkins. Kingston can just run this down now. Jackman picks it off. Logan Jackman gets tripped up. No penalty on the call. You have got to be kidding me. This officiating is absolutely brutal here at the Garnet-P Rickard Recreation Complex. Now the Toros go 2 men down. The referee missed the trip, and now the Toros have got to go for 2 men down for the rest of the game. It's just bad officiating going against the Toros yet again. Connor Cole wins the draw. Officiating, that's a damn embarrassment in this league right now. Thomas Menko goes in behind the net. Fires around the boards, kept in the line by Curtis. Menko finds it and fires it down the ice. I usually hold my emotions when it comes to this, but the officiating has been absolutely brutal in this hockey game. Holly finds it up through center. Cale Howard finds it at center ice and leads it into the zone. That's going to about do it as we reach 5 seconds left. Toros are going to drop this one 1-0 to the Kingston Canadians. Another hard-fought battle, and the Toros just came up in the wrong end of it. The Toros are going to be in the Oshawa tournament next weekend. We'll see you then. This is the voice of the Clarington Toros, Mike Jackman.